Now going to question 18, here the prompt is telling us this is a grammar question. And taking a quick peek at the answer choices, because rules are made to be broken, we see that we're choosing whether or not to put a semicolon or a colon here. And you should definitely know the rules for special punctuation by heart. The semicolon is for two independent clauses, two things that could each be their own sentence. For the colon, the first part's an independent clause. The second part is anything that describes the first part, anything being a single word or even up to a full independent clause, something that could be its own sentence. And for the long dash, one of them is a colon and two is a set of parentheses. So this is the exact same sentence as our colon example. And here we have sort of a parenthetical being separated with two long dashes. So now let's go ahead and read what we have at hand. This person, also known as Miss Liu, was an influential Jamaican poet and folklorist. Her innovative poems popularized the use of Jamaican Creole in literature. So we have a ton of momentum. Her poems popularized the use of Jamaican Creole. So we definitely don't have two independent clauses, and we don't have an independent clause followed by something that describes the first part. And talking about answer choice B now, the simple question of whether to get rid of a comma or not is a surprisingly complicated question. For students interested in getting a little more advanced and really getting a higher score on the SAT, you want to know these 6 reasons by heart, because the simple question of whether or not to have a comma somewhere really is indicative of whether you understand all sorts of underlying stuff. So if you know this list of the 6 reasons why we would put a comma somewhere, and if you're ever in a simple situation like this, where we're like, well, could a comma go there or not? If you're not sure, you can go down this list and say, well, was it a modifier, a dependent clause followed by an independent clause, 2 independent clauses, a list, a quotation if the quote is its own sentence, a description following a description? If it wasn't any of those, then we would say, no, we don't want a comma there. And here, in addition to really knowing the technical rules, like I said at the beginning, we have a lot of momentum. Her innovative poems popularized the use of Jamaican Creole. So the answer here is C.